Welcome to this video on the use of artificial intelligence in order to review research articles. Most of the doctors who are clinical practitioners, they have got very busy schedules and they seldom get time to review lengthy research papers. Luckily, with the advent of artificial intelligence in the recent days, new services and websites are popping up which can help in reviewing research articles with the help of artificial intelligence. Now here I would like to mention two services. One is Chatpdf. It is available at www.chatpdf.com, and the other one is known as Humata, and it is available on this website app.humata.ai. So if you just go to your web browser, whichever you are using, Edge, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, whatever, just write chatpdf.com or app.humata.ai. You would be taken to these websites which are specifically made for reviewing research articles, medical research articles, and the artificial intelligence which is running at the back end of the websites is based on ChatGPT 3.5 or 4, which are very powerful large language models of artificial intelligence in which you can communicate with these research papers in a human conversation like manner. So I will show you in a moment. So if you go to chatpdf.com, you can basically sign up for the service. Now there are various plans. Some of them are paid, but I think the free plan is good enough for doctors, and because obviously you are not a full-time researchers, probably you would be reviewing maybe like 4 or 5 articles in a month's time. So the free service is more than enough for that need. The same goes for Humata as well. The free plan is more than enough to to help you in reviewing your research articles. Now if you go to chatpdf.com, you will come across this interface. So it says like browse my computer, drop PDF here. You can give the URL of the research paper if it is available online. So you can give, if you press URL, so you can put down, paste the URL of that research paper and then go get it, and it would be uploaded here. Or you can just write find a PDF, and then you can give some sort of keywords where it would search to find out if there are articles available on your area of interest. Nevertheless, here, because most of the time you would have already downloaded the PDF, that is Adobe Acrobat Reader format of the research papers, and it would be located somewhere on your hard drive. You can simply upload it from your hard drive or from your computer. So for example, I've got an article which is basically a systematic review on the different studies that were done for the treatment of chronic constipation in children. So I would upload that file. This study was done by Dr. Southwell leaks, and it was published back in 2020. So I will just click here, drop PDF here, and I go to my hard drive. I've got this file here in my downloads folder. I click it and I upload it. I will wait, and now is uploaded. So it says, hello there, welcome to the PDF file for treatment of childhood constipation. So it has already read the title, a synthesis of systematic reviews and meta-analysis published in Expert Review of Gastroenterology and Hepatology. This is the name of the journal where it was published. This article by Bridget Russell provides a comprehensive review of the treatment options available for child. So it always gives me, it has already given me some questions from where I can start with. But let me, because I haven't read this article, I would say, okay, briefly summarize this article for me, and I click. Okay, so it says, certainly, treatment of childhood constipation, a systematic review and meta-analysis, an article published in Expert Review of Gastroenterology, blah blah blah. This article provides a comprehensive overview of treatment options available for childhood constipation based on synthesis of multiple systematic reviews and meta-analysis. It discusses the effectiveness and safety of various treatments, including laxative, behavioral intervention, and dietitian. So now it's giving me an idea that this is basically a systematic review which is looking at the effectiveness and safety of the various treatment modalities for chronic constipation, which are different types of laxatives, there are different types of behavioral intervention, and some of the dietary options for managing constipation. It also highlights the importance of individualized treatment plans and ongoing monitoring to ensure successful management of childhood constipation. This has given me an overview that basically this article is all about different treatment options for constipation. Okay, now let me do the same thing in Humata as well, so at least you will get an idea which one is better. I think both are comparable to one another. Sometimes in certain questions I feel Humata is doing better than Chatpdf. In certain aspects I think Chatpdf is doing better than Humata. It's all up to personal choice. I've already uploaded my paper here on the humata.ai website. If not, you can just click the upload and it's the same process. You just have to locate your paper on the hard drive and open. Once it is uploaded, you will see the caption of the paper here. I will just click open, and now you can see that the original paper is here on the right side, while on the left side I can ask questions. So I'll ask the same question: briefly summarize this article for me. And now let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so this says this article provides a comprehensive review of the diagnosis and management of childhood constipation, covers various topics as pharmacological and non-pharmacological treatment, behavioral intervention, dietary changes, and the role of microbiome. So it's giving me a little bit more details, talking about the microbiome, probably the probiotics, a group of medications. Article also includes a summary of the recommendation from various societies for chronic tractable constipation, Rome 4 criteria and diagnostic method for pediatric constipation is summarized, and the recommended treatment include normal fiber, fluid intake, demystification, guidance for toilet training, and polyethylene glycol for disinfection and maintenance treatment. Article also explores emerging area studies such as food intolerance, electrical, and the highlights need for. So see, it is also, it's like summarize the main crux of the paper. And I think probably I like this more because this is giving me a little bit more detail in a sort of a compact form as compared to Chat PDF. I'll give 1 point here to Meta, like this summary more. Okay, anyhow, so we know that basically this paper is looking at the diagnosis and different treatment options for constipation, and it's given us like which sort of treatment options have been. Okay, so let me ask another question. Um, uh, which uh, fiber have been recommended to be superior to others in this article? So let's say I just want to see that they are talking about fiber treatment for constipation. Is there any type of fiber which is better than the others? So let me. So it says like, I'm sorry, the article does not specifically recommend any one type of fiber as superior to others for the treatment of childhood constipation. However, it does discuss the use of various types of fibers such as psyllium, methylcellulose, calcium polycarbophyll, wheat dextrine, bran, and spigola. Article note that some studies have shown these fibers to be effective in treating constipation in children. The quality of evidence is generally low and more research is needed to determine this. Okay, fine. So it says like it has looked into various types of fibers, but and they show that some certain studies have shown these to be effective, but still they say the quality of these research papers were generally low, and they think that probably more study is needed to determine their efficacy. Fine, let me copy this question and I'll ask the same question in Humata as well. So here and this question. Okay, let's see what Humata comes up with. Okay. It says the article does not recommend any specific fiber as superior to others for the treatment of childhood constipation. It states that little evidence to support the use of additional fiber to treat pediatric constipation, and that multiple systematic review note the sparsity and high risk of bias among the current evidence. More or less saying the same thing, but in a different language, and it's saying there is not any specific fiber which is better than the others, and they say it can be used, but this is quite weak, so probably more studies are to be done. Okay, fine. So let me ask it about the osmotic laxative. What does this article recommend about use of osmotic laxatives? So here in Chat PDF, the answer given is that osmotic laxatives like PEG, polyethylene glycol, are effective and safe for the treatment of chronic constipation and fecal infection in children. The article notes that PEG-based laxative are generally well tolerated and been found to be more acceptable than the non-PEG forms. Recommends that optimal dosages, routes of regimen, and PEG regimens need to be determined in randomized and meta-analysis. For practical use, the ESPGHAN and ESPGHAN guideline provide recommended doses for PEG for this. So it says like, they are better tolerated, and as far as the actual doses are concerned, there are different guidelines like the ESPGHAN or the North American or the European, guidelines for the dose and the routes. Let's ask the same question to. Uh, Here it says that preparation containing are superior to placebo, lactulose, and milk of magnesia for childhood constipation. This is giving you a bit more detail. It says like it's better than placebo, it's better than lactulose, and it's better than milk of magnesia for child. And it recommends that the optimal doses again are given in the NESPGHAN and ESPGHAN guidelines. And they say that PEG are effective and safe for chronic constipation and for resolving fecal infection in children. So like it's given slightly better answers compared to Chatpdf. And see, on this side it's also giving the page numbers from where it has taken this. So these are the page numbers of this article from where it has drawn the census. Let's go back and ask another questions. um, has this paper found any role for the use of probiotics in treatment of chronic constipation? Yeah, so it says the article discusses the use of probiotics for the treatment of chronic constipation. However, it notes that the level of evidence is currently poor and no single strain or combination strain can be recommended. Based on the evidence from the RCTs for functional constipation, it suggests that probiotics may increase stool frequency, but evidence from larger RCTs is needed. The article does mention that Lactobacillus reuteri DSM 17938 may be considered for breastfed colic infants. So, well, so it says like it has studied the role of microbiome, but again, it says that this article, this systematic review, that much more studies are needed. But anyhow, some of them they can be used in like colicky babies. Let me ask the same question for you, Meta. So Humata says it suggests that probiotic may have a positive role on constipation, as some studies have shown increase in stool frequency and reduction in enema use in abdominal pain. However, it says caution is needed when interpreting these outcomes due to the existence of heterogeneity, and that evidence from larger samples and more adequately powered randomized controlled trials are necessary. It says like the studies from which these inferences have been drawn in this meta-analysis are slightly weaker studies, and they are not proper like RCTs, randomized controlled trials. So therefore, more studies are needed in order to determine which species of probiotics has to be in what dosage and for how long it has to be used to be effective in treatment of constipation. However, it cites several meta-analyses on the topic, including a 219 review by Suisse et al. Colleagues that discuss the pros, cons, and many unknowns of probiotics. So it's giving a slightly better answer. It says like it mentions a particular review by Suisse and co-authors that discusses the pros, cons, and some of the other unknowns of the probiotics for the treatment of constipation. So you see, basically both these websites, what they are doing is that they are querying the PDF format of these research articles, and they are drawing inferences from it. So there is like a bit of intelligence at the back end, at the end of the large language models, which are being used to draw these inferences from these papers. Anyhow, like you see, you can ask different questions, and basically we are narrating. Basically, we are talking to these papers in a sense that we are asking questions. The websites, they are basically querying these papers and then drawing the answers and telling us um, what are the findings. So in this way it becomes a bit interesting, it becomes a bit easier, because now you can specifically ask questions to the papers and you can come up with specific answers. So To summarize it, you have got these two websites, chatpdf.com and app.humata.ai, where you can upload the papers and then you can ask the questions. You can ask various questions, like for example, summarize the paper for me, what was the methodology, how many subjects were recruited, because this was review study, so obviously I cannot ask this like, how many subjects were enrolled or something, but you can ask like, what the results statistically significant, was it more common in males, what was more common in females, whether it was more common in a particular age group. Again, it would query the article and give you exact answers. So for example, if you're preparing a presentation based on a paper, you can ask specific questions and then write down the answers. You can copy it and use it in your slides, or you can simply increase your knowledge by asking a different question. And obviously, when you are doing it in a question answer format, it becomes more easier. And the thing is that the retention of knowledge is more when you do it in a question answer format, rather than going and reading it like as a boring sort of a story, and then you might remember something and the next day might so many things might be off your mind and you might not remember. So this is a better way of retaining the knowledge which you actually draw from reviewing different types of medical research papers. So folks, this was like the two websites. Most of the services are free. Do use it and hopefully you would like it. So this is all about how to review medical research papers quickly and swiftly by the help of artificial intelligence, using large language model based artificial intelligence like Chatpdf or Humata. I hope you have liked this video. Give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you've got any questions or you need any help, just put your questions down in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to help. So folks, have a very good day. Take care and bye bye.